Hey guys, how's it going? Sorry, I'm putting some gloves on. I keep getting asked on the videos why I wear the black gloves. It's just as a barrier between me and the animals. It doesn't necessarily mean that I have something or the animals have something. When animals get stressed, especially during heating and cooling and feeding and breeding season and ovulations and all of that, when an animal gets stressed, their immune system can drop. As you guys may or may not know, like 99.9% of leopard geckos all have some small amount of pinworms or, you know, just whatever inside of them. And so what this does is it just, if I change the gloves often, if anybody has a flare-up of anything like that, or if maybe there's something I'm taking off the shelf, because I am not in a sterile laboratory environment. If I take something off the shelf and I put it in an animal's cage, say like a feeding dish, then the gloves help me to prevent from any kind of situation spreading. So that is, again, why I wear the gloves. It's just precautions. I mean, leopard geckos are pretty bulletproof, so all of my animals get the yearly dose of Panicure just to, before breeding, just to make sure that everything's on the up and up and everything's okay and all that stuff. You know, I do checkups on everybody. So of course, here we go. We got a big, huge, I was gonna say fasciolatus. This is a Turkmenicus. This is what this specific gecko looks like in Turkmenistan. You see he's got the stereotypical super bold lines on the banding and not much spotting in the yellow. Really nice lavender and milky colors and pastel, if you will, which is just a color that they all have. So we'll go ahead and grab, I think next up is a fasciolatus. So I do want to thank everybody for showing up on Saturday night for the Late Night Leos episode. It's been quite a while since we've done one of those, and I really appreciate all the support from everybody. It's great to be able to talk to people again. It was really great to have Lance on. Lance, if you're watching this, I appreciate the questions. And you know, we had Jeff Scott on. He's always great. I mean, Jeff's always been there for me and the whole community, really. We have got a beast right here. Huh, somebody ate the hornworm that was in the tub there. This is a pure supergiant female. She's a few years old. Not sure if she's going to breed this year. I'm not too worried about it. I've got so much going on that, you know, with surgery and everything else in the future. My mother-in-law is coming in 2 weeks to stay with us again. She's coming from Ukraine. My mom was actually nice enough to buy her a plane ticket this time, so that's cool. Because I don't know if you guys know, but it's really expensive to fly for a couple of days to get someplace. So we're actually flying her right into the Arcata airport instead of San Francisco, so that'll save me on like 20 hours of driving. But Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with her this year. I think I'm just going to go for more pure super giant marbleized stuff. But I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys got any suggestions on that? I got a lot of fasciolata stuff this year. Would like to cut back to just a couple. This is a female. She likes to poop in her food dish. That's just lovely. Yeah, I got quite a bit of females. I might actually do like some big sale thing for Black Friday. I'm not sure yet, but I know a lot of people hate that. I remember back in the like 2012 to 2014, everybody always complaining about how people would do sales on holidays. It's like, dude, it's a business. You gotta make your money somehow. You know, not everybody can. I mean, I say this in the nicest way, but be cool like art geckos and get $7.50 for a leopard gecko. Come on, girl. Aye. You can't run from me. I'm faster. Yeah, so, you know, I do the sales and wholesale and all of that. That's just the way it goes. But I'm going to change my gloves again. Here's a little male hardwickie. He will be... I hope he breeds this next year. He might have to breed in like spring because he's growing pretty slow. He's getting the same care as the female, and the female just explodes. But maybe that's just like one of those things. I know I've been keeping the rough knobtail, the wheeler eye, for a few years. Just that. And, you know, the males are much smaller on those. But I don't know if it's the same with the hardwickie. Everything I read says no. So maybe he just might be a slow grower. I mean, he hatched on my birthday, 5/11/17. So, you never know. Maybe he's just... Maybe he'll be full size in a year. He's still got, what, like 7 months to go before he's a year? 6 months? There you go, little buddy. So what kind of projects are you guys working on? Are any of you guys breeders? Working on anything fun? Yeah, I think my female's getting pretty close to ovulating because she has halted on the feeding. See, her tail is nice and plump, but she's not eating that much anymore. So I don't know if it's like one of those overwhelming things or something like that, but She's 3 weeks or 2 weeks younger than the male, which is kind of weird. I mean, she's way bigger than him. Almost saw your comment. If you want to post it again, I'll try to answer whatever you said. I didn't even see who said whatever, but either that or I'll try to answer it later tonight. It's super hard on the app, because I do this on my phone now, since I don't have internet at my house anymore. On the app, it's so hard to answer questions and stuff. Look at her head, looks just like her tail. I love how light her pattern is on her head. She's just insane. That's so cool. Really cool. But anyways, on the app, there is none of that community section where I get to read your guys' comments and stuff. All of that's gone. It's really crazy. And then, of course, I'm, like, feeding geckos, so it's hard for me to, like, look at the phone every 2 seconds for... Do I have any crickets at all? I think everything's pretty much dead. I thought I saw something moving here. I guess not. Jeez, I gotta get more crickets. That's just great. Alright, let's see what else we got. Maybe we'll throw up some fat tails. Now, my fat tails are not the kindest animals in the world. They are actually pretty damn mean. So I'm thinking I might just pass on putting them in the feeding thing. You know what I really need is a... God, I missed your comment again. I'll just try to answer that when I quit the feed here. I gotta do a fat tail video soon. You are like the meanest little guy, aren't you? There you go. This is a het ghost male that I've got. He is one of my slowest growing fat tails that I've got. I got him from Jeff at JMG. He's actually, let me see, how old is he? Doesn't say on his tub. They did all new tubs for this next season. By the way, awesome. Thank you. So he's been growing slow. I got a call from Jeff one day when I was mowing. I was doing something. I think I was mowing the lawn or something. And he's like, "Hey, I got a het Zulu male and a het ghost male. $100 each. You want them?" Yeah. Of course. I mean, that was like It must have been 2014 that this guy must be 3 years old now. Which, of course, they're still going for $250 for het males. But this guy hasn't produced anything. I don't know if I'm just like the worst fat-tail breeder. Probably. But he hasn't produced anything. And neither has the het Zulu male that I've got. And he's a pretty slow grower, even though he eats like a champ. Let's see if we can do this without getting our fingers eaten. There we go. Haha. That's true champ status right there. I would love to, like, hand tame these guys. I mean, if that's like a thing that you can do with fat tails. Many years ago, gosh, probably like 10 or 12 years ago, I used to work at Petco. And we had some really nice, like, kind, normal fat tails there. But I love working with leopards way better. I can't even express how much I love leopard geckos more. Fat tails are just mean to me. I guess that would be the easiest way to put it. They're not as used to being handled as a leopard gecko. I mean, you might get, you know, mean Murphy patternless or blizzards. You know, I got that super giant tremper patty. These guys are even meaner than him. They're like a quarter of his size. But, you know, that's just the way it goes. I still like the fat tails. I mean, even though I haven't produced any, I kept them as pets forever. And I'll probably keep keeping them as pets forever. Another cool species of animal that we have here. You can probably hear him barking. Come on. The wheeler eye. Super cool little guy. They just love to bark rah, 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 all the time. And I've also got Russian frog-eyed geckos. The Teratosincus. Those guys are pretty cool. They are not handling animals. Neither is the wheeler eye. Wheeler eye is just for looks. Total display animal. And the wheeler eye and the Russian frog-eyed geckos are on sand. They like the sand. Which is pretty crazy, but, you know, to each their own. So, that's it for animals right now. I'm going to feed the Russian frog-eyed geckos because I have to take everything over to the rack. If I bring the tubs out, then they jump right out of the tubs and take off like crazy people. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.